We have a little bit of a program today. Yeah, it is my pleasure to present this year's Jeanne Johnson Award for Alumni Service to Ericka Warren. I will tell you that we first started talking about presenting this award to Ericka in the middle of the last Black Alumni Reunion, which, as many of you will remember, is 2 years ago. And one of the things we have been debating since then is, when is the appropriate time to give this award to Ericka? Because we really wanted to do it in front of the Black Alumni Network board, but we also really wanted the UOAA board to be around. We thought about waiting until the next Black Alumni Reunion, which is still a year away, and we decided to grab our opportunity now. So it is a pleasure to have everyone here in the room who is here, who knows and supports Ericka. Let me say a word about Jeanne Johnson. Jeanne was a tireless volunteer for the university. She came to work for the UOAA in 1976. Famously, she took a salary of exactly $1. They wouldn't let her work for free. So she was essentially a volunteer, but she was on staff, and she was part of the UOAA at a time when the organization was growing and thinking about new ways to leverage volunteers and get alumni more involved. And she was a great part of that. In the mid-1980s, then Executive Director Phil Super established this award in order for staff to recognize volunteers who went over and beyond the call of duty in helping the UOA advance its mission in engaging more alumni. She was the first recipient of the award. This award honors loyalty, distinguished leadership, and generous contributions of time and talent to the university and the Alumni Association. Since Jeanne received the first award in 1984, it has been given to 26 other individuals, 1 couple, 2 alumni chapters, and the Duck Store. I should acknowledge, right? I should acknowledge our 2 most recent recipients. In the spring of last year, we presented the award to former Executive Director Dan Rodriguez, who was with us earlier today at the President's Breakfast. And a couple of years before that, we gave this award to the Hawaii Ducks chapter. And so I just want to acknowledge Kanaeng Asario, who was part of the group that received that award and is here today. So when I think about Ericka and her volunteer service, this is something, there's someone who's not here now whose fingerprints are all over this gathering, and that is Derek Deadweiler. And Derek served as president of the UOAA board several years ago. He was the first Black alum to serve as president of the UOAA board. And during that time, he felt strongly that we should organize an official alumni group for Black alumni. As all great leaders do, he knew he did not have the time to do this himself. And he looked around and said, who would be a wonderful person to realize this vision? And he spoke about this 2 years ago. I still remember at the Black Alumni Reunion. I wish he were here to tell the story himself. Suffice it to say, he recruited Ericka. I believe it took some work. It was like one strong personality recruiting another strong personality. And apparently Derek won because Ericka took the challenge and said, all right, I'll do it. Ericka was the right person at the right time. She is a relentless recruiter of other volunteers. She has a wonderful vision of programming that will engage alumni and students. At the heart of that is the Black Alumni Reunion, but of course all the various programs that the Black Alumni Network does. And she also has a keen eye. She's always thinking about students, about the future, and the ways that alumni and students can connect together, supporting students in all the ways that we do, financially, emotionally, career preparation, and the Black Alumni Network does all of that. Under Ericka, BAN has grown, and I think that the organization has a lot of the same wonderful characteristics that she is. It is ambitious, it is inspiring, and it is full of love in everything, in all the programs that it does. Watching Ericka during the last Black Alumni Reunion is quite a thing. It's like a 3-ring circus, and she's in every ring. She is running it, she's emceeing it, she is performing, she's singing. There are several extraordinary costume changes. There are different pairs of glasses that I'm envious of. And all of it, as has been famously said about Ginger Rogers, she is doing dancing backwards and in high heels. And the Black Alumni Reunion is an extraordinary event. We're looking forward to the third in a long series. As I have said to Ericka many times, once was an event, twice is a tradition. And so we look forward to continuing that tradition. When we work with a lot of volunteers with the UOAA, and we hear a very similar story from a lot of volunteers, and that is that they volunteer because they had a wonderful experience when they were students here, and they want to give back. That is not always the story we hear from Black alumni. And I've talked to several people, many people who serve on the band board now and have in the past, and sometimes the story they tell me is, that's not why I volunteer. I maybe didn't have a great experience when I was a student, or not a universally great experience, and I'm volunteering because I want the next generation to have a different experience than I had. And so I want to acknowledge the work that Ericka and that the band board does in trying to make a better experience for the future. One of the values that the UOA has established is around heritage, and there's a statement in our values that says, we restore and build upon our relationships, experiences, and memories to create a better future. And I feel like that statement applies to Ericka, and it applies to everything that the Black Alumni Network has been doing and continues to do. And so I salute all of you here today for your meeting and everything that you do to volunteer for that group. On behalf of our staff, of the UOA board, of the Black Alumni Network board, and all of the alumni and students who have benefited from your efforts, it is my pleasure to present you with the 2024 Jeanne Johnson Award for Alumni Service.
Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, with you, we gotta look at Jack.
I'm giving it to you to hold in front of you.
Okay, and we're looking at Jack?
Yep, and we tilt it down just a little bit.
There you go. Beautiful. Thank you.
You.
Sure, do I use this mug or that mug?
Yeah, but this will help
Okay.
people here. Do you want me to hold the award, or do you want?
Sure. It's kind of heavy.
It is.
Thank you. Yeah, Rafe, very appreciative. This has been a journey. And he's right. Derek made me do it. And he's not here, but I'm really appreciative. It was a time in my life where I thought, okay, now I have the capacity really to put effort into this, and I didn't want for it just to be something social. While I love to gather for watch parties and to reminisce about old times, I wanted to make sure that there was a strategy and a purpose, that we were accomplishing goals. Someone slapped me on the wrist yesterday because I still don't feel like we have reached our stride, but I continue to lean on the Black Alumni Network Board and all of you to make sure that we realize those goals. We built the Black Alumni Network on 3 pillars: mentorship, scholarship, and relationship. So that piece that Rafe talked about of reconnecting Black alumni to the university was really key for us. As he mentioned, everyone didn't have the same experience. And so we are reaching back and serving out of our heart for making sure that our kids, your kids, that they experience a campus where they can come out and say, I had the best experience at the University of Oregon. And we yet have a lot of work to do, y'all. I appreciate the president's comments about Oregon rising, and oftentimes our communities of color don't rise along. And we don't take to heart that if we raise the lowest of the communities, we all rise together. And so I feel like we need to really, really focus in on our marginalized communities and put our money where our mouth is, and make sure that we're not only serving them, but we are contributing. There is such a large gap for our students. I was talking, Vincent was mentioning in our meeting earlier, the percentage of Black students here at the University of Oregon has not really grown since graduating in '83. I graduated in '92, and that's a shame. I fell in love with the University of Oregon, and after finishing my bachelor's, went to work, came back and did my MBA. And while I love it, I can be ashamed of it sometimes. And I need you all to think about how we better create a community that's inclusive and that all of the students, in the words of our president, can flourish. You all are the key to that. We have to be committed to each other, to be committed to our students, and we're going to be looking for your help and your support, and I appreciate those who have served us, to Susan and Deshna and Joyce, who has just lent such incredible time and resource to making sure that we are moving forward. Thank you. We will be more intentional about reaching out to more of you. I shared, and I'll sit down, people asked, why do you need a Black alumni network if there is an alumni network? There is a unique experience for Black students on this campus and in our other schools, right? Sister schools at Oregon State, at U of P. The Pacific Northwest is a very unique place. And so this is an opportunity for us to put our hands around students and alumni and to say, you can make it. This is the best place for you, and you have an opportunity to thrive, and we're going to make sure that you do that. So be looking out for us to call on you. Thank you again. I serve because I have a heart for our kids. I love Oregon, and just like any parent, sometimes we have to chastise. Sometimes Oregon needs a little kick in the rear to keep us moving. But I want us to hold our administration accountable to the words that they speak. I want for it to trickle down to all of our communities here. I want for every initiative to make sure that it includes our marginalized communities so that we no longer have to call them marginalized.
Very good.
Thank you for serving. Thank you for being here. I know it is a stretch. I just met someone who traveled hours and hours and hours to be here. It is a gift that you're giving back to the university when you serve and when you are active, right? That this is just not something that you put on your resume or on your LinkedIn profile, that you really are doing the work. So thank you for joining with us to make sure that this campus is out of control, amazing. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jack.
All right, people, we have work to do. We're not spending a lot of time together as two boards at this fall meeting, but we share a lot of these same goals, and we're working in parallel, and looking forward to a great year ahead. And also, both boards are beginning work looking ahead to next fall's third Black Alumni Reunion, and that's something that we can all get behind. So with that, thank you. This concludes our presentation.